In this Oblivion Remastered Elder Scrolls video, I'm going to show you how to get unlimited Magicka, create the most insane powerful spells, and also level up magic skills in absolutely no time at all. This is an ultimate guide for mages within the game, and you don't want to miss it. How's it going, people? My name is DPJ, and if you do enjoy the video, leaving a like really helps me out, and if you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. Okay, so to have unlimited Magicka and create the most powerful spells possible in the game, there are a few requirements first. Now, I'm making this guide on the basis of a player being a low level in those magic skills. Now, timestamps will be down below for you to skip to parts of this guide where requirements have been met. That's if you already have what's needed. Okay, so firstly, you need to get yourself 3 spells. First up, we have the Drain Magicka spell, or the Magicka Drain spell. This can be brought from right here within Skingard. Now, what I will say is sometimes, depending on the time of day, vendors will be selling different things. So I say this to everybody when I'm making these guides: if you come to a certain vendor and a certain spell isn't there, even if it's outside of this video, go out time of said shop, skip time by 3 in-game days, go back, and he should have reset his stock, or at least have other things for sale.
What can I interest you in?
Okay, so the next spell we need is the Fortify Magicka. Now, you can get this from right here within Enff. Now, this isn't the only place this can be obtained. It can be also brought from many different merchants too, as far as I am aware.
How are you today?
Oh, it's my pleasure. Please. What can I interest you in?
And lastly, for the spells, we need the Fortify Attribute spell. This is a spell you unlock at the spell table after purchasing or obtaining any of the 7, I believe, Fortify spells. These are Strength, Endurance, Willpower, Intelligence, Agility, Luck, or Speed. Any of these Fortify spells will unlock you the Fortify Attribute spell at the spell altar. Now, these spells also come with burst signs, gear, even the skeleton key. But if you are having issues with this and getting the Fortify Attribute spell at that spell altar, come to the Horse Whisperer's stables, follow this path and trigger this stone. This should hopefully work for you. You now need an active soul gem of any kind. Doesn't matter what size, just make sure you have one of these. And then, guys, you just need something to enchant. A ring is perfect here, so loot one, find one, purchase one, just get any you can enchant. I mean, you can enchant anything for this to work. I just feel a ring is at least best for me, because this is the item you need to keep on to get that infinite Magicka. So if you want that infinite Magicka, you need to keep that said enchanted item on, so make sure you pick something you don't care about keeping on for the rest of your gameplay. You then, guys, need access to the Altar of Enchanting and the Altar of Spell Making. To get these, guys, I recommend you unlocking Frostcrag Spire, which is quite simple to do. So come to the Wild Eye stable seen right here on the map and follow this direct path I take on screen now. It is a bit of a run, but nothing too crazy.
Good afternoon.
So eventually guys, you'll come to the Frostcrag Spire, but before you get in here you need to get a key which can be found en route. So follow where I go guys and grab this key out of this chest. From here you can now enter Frostcrag. Here guys, interact with this book, wait for everything to open up and then leave. Here you now need to travel to the Imperial City Market District and come to the Mystic Emporium. Within here guys, you now want to speak with this lady.
So I went to see Jency. She gives good yes.
Select her bartering option, and then guys, through inventory you need to buy a couple of things. I'd firstly recommend you buying the Frostcrag areas and so forth. These will basically upgrade Frostcrag Spire for you, allowing us to dupe here, which is what we're going to need to do. You also guys, and this is a must purchase, the 2 Mage Tallow candle boxes. You need to purchase both of these. Also guys, I recommend you purchasing a couple of items to create a Restore Magicka potion. This potion will be required for players at a restoration and destruction level below 50. Okay, so here you are looking for any item which can make you that Restore Magicka. What I will say is her stock can be rotated by again moving away from the shop, skipping time by 3 in-game days, and then guys coming back to her. Another important note is your alchemy skill level. If it's quite low, you won't see what most of these ingredients are capable of conjuring up. Now I've posted a great video on how to level alchemy up. I'll link that in the video description. So again, buy ingredients which allow you to create those Magicka potions, those Restore Magicka potions. Fire salts, stinkhorn caps, water nectars and flax seeds are all fine here. I'd also recommend, if you don't have one already, purchasing a mortar and pestle from her. Super important. Now money shouldn't be an issue for you, but if it is, check out the video linked in the video description to make millions in minutes. Now the other merchant in here, I recommend while you're here guys, purchasing the Spout of Fire Touch if you haven't already. This is very important for us in leveling up that destruction. Okay, so with these and those candle boxes in hand, head back to that Frostcrag Spire and light the candles on the 2 altars, the altar of spell making and the altar of enchanting. Okay, so once they are lit, what you can do now is create those potions and duplicate them. So here, quickly go into your inventory and go to that mortar and pestle. Here, using any 2 of the ingredients required to make that Restore Magicka potion, just craft one of these potions. Only one is needed because we will dupe it. So now head to the vault section of the Frostcrag Spire, as you see me do. Now if you didn't do this, if you didn't buy the areas from the vendor to unlock these, you're going to need to find another inventory to do this within. But yes, head to the vault section, go to any of these chests, make sure they are empty. Then guys, place inside that 1 potion we just made of the Restore Magicka. Now in your inventory, go to any large number of item you have, i.e. arrows, lockpicks, whatever you have a large number of. then hover above said item. Then guys, on your screen, if you play on controller, you'll see on Xbox, top of your screen it will say RB. On PlayStation this will say R1. At the bottom of your screen you'll see it will say store. Xbox this will be A, on PlayStation this will be X. You want to press these two at the same time, so that'd be RB or R1 while pressing that store button. Press them at the same time. If done correctly this will pop up. Now from here guys, you just need to double tap that continue button, A or X. Upon doing this, if you've done this right, you will see those potions have duped to the number of whatever stacked item you used, and you can rinse repeat this to get thousands of them. Now what I will say is, you can store them within this vault if you haven't used the infinite carry weight glitch I posted on my channel. If you've missed that, I'll link that also in the video description. If you have used that glitch, you may as well pick all of these up because they're going to come in super handy. Okay, so with those potions within your inventory, I'd recommend you making a shortcut as I do on screen now. Just makes them much easier to indeed use. Okay, so to get Infinite Magicka, the Infinite Magicka glitch, it requires you to be able to use Fortify Magicka and the Magicka Drain. This means you need to get your restoration up to a level 50 and your destruction up to a level 25. If you haven't done that already, here is how and the fastest way in doing so, and that's why those potions we just duped are super helpful. So let's start with what you can do for your restoration. So head to the altar of spell making. Now depending on your current restoration level, this basically determines how powerful you can make these spells. In turn, the more powerful you can create them, the quicker this will level it up. But if you ain't even at level 25 in that restoration yet, do this. Firstly, add the Fortify attribute effect. Attribute wise it doesn't really matter. On console here half the time it doesn't let me change it anyway. Now making sure it's also set to touch, change the magnitude level to around a 25. Then change the duration to a 5. Save these changes and then add the effect of restore health. Here change the range to self, leaving everything else at a minimum and then save it. Then name the spell to something like Restore 25. Then equip the spell from your magic menu, tabbing across to touch and applying the spell. Here guys, you want to spam the spell out. You will notice that your Magicka will drop and drop quite quickly. That's why we shortcutted those restore Magicka potions. So spam like 5 of these potions and then just spam the spell out. Keep doing this guys until you reach that level of 25 in that restoration. From here guys, you may as well create another restoration spell because you can now use more powerful attributes which will get to a level 50 quicker. So here doing the same thing, create a new spell, the Fortify attribute, setting a magnitude to a 44 and a duration to a 5. To be honest, you might be able to get away going a little higher, but hey ho. Here do the same thing, again, add that restore health effect, changing the range to self, keeping everything else at a minimum. Then just saving it and renaming it to Restore 50. Then equip the spell and spam it out like we did before, using those restore Magicka potions to make it way more efficient. And eventually guys, you will hit that level 50 in that restoration. From this point guys of having a level 15 restoration, this is perfect. We will now move on to destruction. Again here though, only a level 25 is needed for this glitch, but you can do this at any level up to a max. Okay, so back to this spell making altar. Firstly, you want to select that fire damage. Here change the magnitude to a 14, then save the effect. Then apply the restore health effect, making sure the range is set to self, leave everything else at a minimum. Then guys, basically save the spell and rename it to something like Destruction 50. Then equip the spell and spam it out, again spamming out those restore Magicka potions at the same time, and just spam out the destruction spell until you hit a level 25, and you'll do this in no time at all, and then you are all good. From here guys, with a level 50 in that restoration and a level 25 in that Magicka, you can use what we need now to make the infinite Magicka glitch actually work. Okay, so here's what's needed to make that infinite Magicka glitch work. Firstly, as I recommended you earlier, grabbing yourself a ring so you can enchant it. Again, this can be done with any item as long as you can enchant it. It doesn't really matter. The ring for me though was definitely the best. So go to the altar of enchanting. Select the item you want to enchant, again for me, the ring. Then select any soul gem, it doesn't matter. Then guys, apply the Drain Magicka effect to it. Rename it to whatever you want, and we will come back to this gear piece later on. Do not equip it right now. Okay, so back to the spell making altar. Okay, so here guys, you can create the spell which gives us infinite Magicka. So firstly here, add the Fortify attribute. Change the attribute to intelligence and then change the range to self. You then want to change the magnitude to 100 and set the duration to a 4. This is the max you can do with your restoration at a level 50 as mine is. If yours is at a 75 or 100, you can set this higher. But either or guys, remember these values. Now add the effect of Fortify Magicka. Change the range to self and then match the last stats you just selected. For me, magnitude of 100 and a duration of 4. Save this. Then guys, add the effect of Drain Magicka. Change the range to self, again same stats as before, with a magnitude of 100 and a duration of 4. Save this, then rename the spell to something like Infinite Magicka and create it. Now guys, you want to go in and equip this spell. It should be a part or under that self tab. Now once this is equipped, spam that spell button. Now upon you doing this for a few seconds, you will notice if you go into your character stats screen that your Magicka is raising. Now as long as you keep holding that spell button and do not let go long enough for the effect to disappear off your screen seen in the bottom left, this will keep indeed raising. It will also at the same time level up your restoration, but that doesn't really matter. I did this until I got to around 10k, that 10k Magicka spot, which is more than enough for me. I mean, you can go much higher. I've seen people going to the 30,000-40,000 mark, but it can crash a game, so keep that in mind. But once you are happy and you think you have enough Magicka, let go of that spell button and simply let those effect buffs run off your screen. Let them disappear. Now if you go into your inventory now, you'll notice that your Magicka is in the negatives. Here guys is where that enchanted item comes into play. So simply equip this item. Your Magicka now will be out of the negatives and into the thousands as it was before, giving you the possibility of having infinite Magicka. Now a massively important thing to remember here guys is if you take off that enchanted item that you made, you lose that Magicka. Hence why I said at the start, pick an item you can keep on forever. Now the best way to restore that Magicka from this point, filling that bar up again if you've depleted it all, is probably skipping time by an hour. Depends how much you have, but for me 10k, skipping time by 1 hour is completely fine. Now because you have thousands of Magicka here, it means that when it comes to leveling up those magic skills, it's going to be way easier due to not having to spam out potions to restore that Magicka. Okay, so to create OP spells, you really need to have your destruction level at a level 100. Now to do this guys, we now have infinite Magicka, so it's never been easier. So following from where we left off earlier, back to that spell altar. Select the fire damage and change the magnitude to a 29. This is if you're at a level 25 in that destruction, like where we were when we left off. But as you level up to a 50, a 75 in that destruction, you want to be creating new spells with the same effects, but just increasing that magnitude. And we'll do this as we go on. So a level 25 destruction for me, the magnitude you want to use here is a 29. So save this, then add restore health, change the range to self, then leave everything else at a minimum. Then guys, save this, equip it, and spam it out until you get to a destruction level 50. Then guys, once you're at level 50, create another spell, here with the same effects, but that fire damage magnitude put to a 60. Add in that restore health, change it to self, save and equip. Then guys, just spam it out until you reach a level 75. Once you do, create another spell, same effects of fire damage, now at 100 magnitude, then add restore health on self, save and equip, spam it out until you reach a level 100, and then guys, you are good in creating those OP spells. Now the spells you can make here are kinda limitless, but what I will say is, if you want to mix and match elements, i.e. fire, frost, shock, you need to, I believe, have at least purchased one of these damage spells in order to use them at the crafting table. The vendor in Skingrad, found right here on the map, sells tons of spells. Buy one from each element from her and you should be good here, then at the crafting table.
What can I interest you in?
Now heading back to Frostcrag, you can now start making nukes. Now you're still somehow limited here, it just depends on how far you took your Magicka up with the glitch. But what I made is something that was within my Magicka means of using, so I used air fire damage on target with 100 magnitude, 10 area and 2 duration. I used the same attributes for both shock and frost, and while the outcome of the spell is utterly crazy and I'm well within my means in regards to the Magicka I have here in using this quite a few times. And I haven't really, to be honest, even scratched the surface here. But yeah, guys, you can do what you want in regards to OP spells here. So get to testing people and let me know what you come up with. And there we have it guys. An OP glitch of making OP spells, infinite Magicka, leveling up resto and destruction in no time at all. And I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, leaving a like really helps me out. If you like what you see and want to see more, be sure to subscribe. And hopefully guys, I will see you on that next one.